Then talk say carpenter when no know your work na swegbe. If you just join us so you waka well because this na the one and only show. Now your health where they carry ogbonge matter wey concern lifestyle and your well body mix them together to make sure say you carry first on top everything we concern your health. And you know say on top the show today we get some correct gist for you. Today now something we concern how person will just day by himself. In case you no get, if you just do some kind of emergency runs, if you quickly rush, go accident and emergency unit for hospital. If something just happened to you for house, how you go fit take manage yourself, make sure say your body they can't pay before you fit reach hospital. That's not the care of minor wounds and injuries for inside house. And say on top of this show, we know they ever lead one by myself. Never, never, never. I always carry along with me my beautiful sister of life. In fact, today we resemble ourselves. Look at our hair now. Just look at it. Look at it, look at it, look at it. You understand? Yes. And we won't carry the matter we concern this ogbonge treatment of minor open wounds. Carry them, give you for your domot. So make sure say you open your ear where. Bring out your biro, bring out your paper, write down everything we got to this because you self go educate your neighbor. But say I be the way to make you call the name. I don't know whether you just forget say your name is still a doctor. Just so they know say you still be the doctor for inside. No, you understand. You understand. You just wonder. Why don't you see like this with this your puff flamingo? This kind of doctor when you're just involved, I don't understand. Are you a doctor? Are you a doctor? You're making me so shy. Oh God. Goodness. I don't like it. Just give me small man, don't use and gum my own body now. No, after the show, we'll go cut this part more for you and do. You understand? But Everly, my name is Dr. Adora. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Now we they talk. Now just the entire proper. And don't get it twisted. We'll sit on top of the Nigeria Health. And today, yes, so Dr. Adora already start now open one things. Now I know say plenty of us will do experience them. You don't get some small wound for inside your body. Especially when you be small picking, and if you're not small picking, that time they hear word as I be there. Well, that's what they talk. I look calm, don't I? All right. If you they hear what time when you small, you go they get small wound. If it be small one, or if it be big one, or you they call small one minor wound, or they call big one major wound. But the minor ones, of course, say if you to get what you fit to do to treat them for inside house, so that at least you will get the first aid treatment before you feel reach hospital or reach the nearest emergency. Now, the major ones, we'd always advocate, say major ones, you go need to waka, go hospital. If you not feel waka, I beg, may then carry you, go hospital. Because not only doctor will confirm the situation of things on top that one. Now, Dr. Adora, I know say time when I be small. Yeah. Now where I don't grow, I see some kind of wound for my body. I ask my mama, say, man, what's happened where I get scar for you? So you say, nah, you dey ask. You don't know. You know the kind of person you be. I mean, they don't tell you for when you walk out, they go. I say no, but Dr. Am I not quiet? Really? No, you are very quiet. Face. Your name is Quiet. That's your name, Quieter. Quietest. Not so. So as you talk this thing, I just remember one wound where I get when I small. Because that time when we did grow. I mean, this I dey hear word though. When I later I can't realize I know the hear word. You get one glass with our house where if you open them like this, now window. The thing they open con like this. I know they do those kind. Yes, when you go Benna. You know what thing your sister go do? Your sister climb on top the window, lie down. For my mind, I dey chill out. Fairy tale. Yes, that's in fact, it's just this my leg not fish show, but the leg till tomorrow they there. I dey look am the mark. So Dr. Because Adora, great was the fall. We maybe girls where we stubborn. What do you expect the boys to be? I don't know about it. that one concern them. Anyway, before we bar break small, come back. It good make we define wetin open wound be. Open wound na anything wey affect your skin. Where as it tear open like this, you dey see either blood or you dey see not those deep ones. Yes, but on that note, we're gonna round up. When we come back, we'll give you more gist on top how to take care of these open wounds for inside your house.
No go anywhere. Now your health will soon return. Now your health will return.
All right, yes, you're welcome back to the Well Body Show. We do better collabo with lifestyle. That's what they call them. Nah, your health. And on top today episode, we talk about wound job, minor wound jobs we fit to treat for inside the house, and we also talk about some major wound job. But we're not fit to talk too much about the major because we always talk and say for that one, first aid or household remedy if you know work. For you're going to need to go inside the emergency ward for hospital for that one. And Dr. Adora, they give us definition of what wound job be in the first place and
Then from there, we need to carry it on the job.
Yes, we got to carry it on. You know, say, we always emphasize the use of washing your hands, washing this with soap and water. You know, say, when it comes to wound matter, you got to make sure, say, that wound, they clean to avoid disinfection. Because open wound, now when it be like, say, something don't cut you, whether a knife or any sharp object within your house or you fall down and your skin can't tear open. As in not be say you just bruise yourself or maybe it just scratch you small. No, you see say the skin don't open because they affect your external skin. And they talk about if it's they either light or they very deep. But once you just see say it don't open, that's an open wound. And now one of the first things where you go do to make sure say that open wound no pass from there, enter another thing. I say you got to wash them with soap and water. Person ask me say, Dr. Dora, soap and water care? Yes. This one now the very first thing where you feel do to make sure say nonsense and jagbajantis infection no waka enter inside. Then what you go do again be say you go hold that area under running water. Not be say you go just carry bowl of soap and water, just put your hand inside or your leg wherever the thing happen. No, hold that area over water where they run because this one will help comot any other thing where decide to go gum himself for that area. And when you wash and comot like that, you feel just take manage them. Go where you supposed go, as per whether in a hospital or in a pharmacy or whatsoever. But this is not the first thing where you supposed to do when you get open wound injury.
You don't hear I'm the first thing now waiting to run the wound wherever the cuts they under cool or cold water. Now for minor wound, you need to understand, so you don't need to use very strong cleaning solution. Example of strong cleaning solution, you don't need to use iodine if not small wound. You don't need to use rubbing alcohol if not small wound, even hydrogen peroxide. All these things is good though. But the cocoa of the matter be say, for small conclusion like a minor wound, it go just make them take a longer time to heal. Just rinse them with the water, keep the place clean. Water is even cheap. You want to know the cost of rubbing alcohol, or the cost of alcohol, or the cost of iodine, you want to compare it to the cost of ordinary free water? My dear, just cool, clean water is okay for you on top of that wound. For first thing first.
Yeah, so another thing on top of that matter be say, when you don't wash the place with water and soap finish, allow the water to run over it. If na, you know, wound wey not too deep, you fit apply pressure on top of. You don't see all those kind of things before where if person just cuts his hand. We just say, apply pressure. Just go on the press like this, pressure. After some time, if na cut wey not too deep, the bleeding go stop. But if na cut way deep, you know say pressure no go hold am. That one person got to, if not to wrap am, you know, either with bandage. That way it dey good may get first aid kits for your house. So that if this kind of thing happen to you, you know what thing you go do immediately. So that kind of thing, make sure say you wrap am and then elevate the place. Understand? Not be say for example, now here they bleed, you can't put your hand down like this. What do you expect? You know say gravity go, you know, enter inside the matter. So definitely go they bleed. So elevate the place so that the blood flow to that place go just change, go divert, they come another side. If you have to, especially if in your hand area, you fit even raise your hand over your head to stop the bleeding. And this one will help to make sure that the bleeding reduce.
Now, you know say, as they talk putting pressure, and I remember plenty film where they watch, you first get one to go first put the pressure. They do me like in a film. But they, I don't know, say that thing, true for real life.
True, they help.
It gets effect. And one of the things where I learned when doing one or two experiences I don't get in the past on top wounds, whether na minor or even major. Now, after you don't stop this bleeding, what they talk about too, and you don't clean the wound, now you fit to apply antibiotic cream. Now, the reason why you need to apply the antibiotic cream, now because say, remember as Dr. Dora talk and say you need to wash that area clean to prevent any infection. The thing where they cause that infection, now bacteria. Bacteria, where if you see opportunity to do you badness, it will show you the badness, you don't even think can 2 times. That's now why you they use antibiotic. That means say against bacteria infection. If instruction there on top, of course, unless the instruction go always on top any antibiotic cream where you buy, you need to follow the instruction carefully. Now, if you get maybe 1 or 2 medical conditions like you get pregnant, or you be nursing mother, you need to do it. You need to consult your doctor before you use any of this medication, because some medication you're not supposed to use them when you get belly. Some medication there you're not supposed to use them when you breastfeed your pikin. because the pikin too fit indirectly or directly swallow some of the things during breastfeeding process. So all this one you need to understand that those people that they put inside any pali is not just for putting sake. It has its function. If you don't know how to read it, please just take it to the next door neighbor and tell the person, neighbor. And lead it for me, please.
Yeah, so neighbor, now the one where I want to tell you, and you, where they look me so. Now say, you see that thing where they inside your kitchen? Yes, most people get them. Either they inside kitchen, or they inside fridge, or just they one corner shop. Maybe you don't use and do one thing, at some point you can't abandon them, or you still feel they use them presently. That thing, na honey. You don't hear them. You don't see honey before. I'm sure most people get them from inside their house. This honey, the work not be here. Oh. If you don't hear before, say honey na antibacterial now. True. Because this honey by itself, they act as antibacterial agent. So apart from the antibiotic cream where you rub on top, in case you no get antibiotic cream for house and you get honey and you don't wash them, you don't apply pressure, the bleeding don't stop, and you get honey for your house, just carry that honey, rub them on top the place. Because what in they do be say, they help to prevent further infection in case anyone want carrying kurukere leg enter inside that place. Another thing be say, that honey, the sweetness inside, we never to understand the mechanism, but what they do be say, they help to reduce swelling. Because you know, say most of these wounds, when you get them after some time, inflammation go set in. You go see, say the thing go begin they swell, it go begin they red and all of that. Honey by itself is a miracle working honey. If you just did there, just make sure say it prevents infection, prevents swelling, and it will even minimize scarring. What do I mean by that one? I say you get some wounds where you don't get, maybe because of the way where you manage them. You notice say the mark where the thing leave for there. Very ugly something, but honey can help you prevent this kind of nonsense scarring.
So saying honey, this honey what they talk about, so it always makes sense if the honey is pure honey.
Oh yes.
So we need to be very careful because a lot of people nowadays they claim say they sell honey, honey,
Miss Clintons. People don't cook sugar, so the thing don't brown.
They don't brown. They don't go. They come mix and come make and tick very well. Claim it is honey, but make sure say that the pure honey they use. Exactly. Take rub on top, and honey is natural, so we not say no chemical there inside. It's a very good home remedy on top of minor wound. Another one will be say when you don't clean them, you don't apply the pressure. Okay, now you don't apply cream or anything you need to apply on top and for inside your house. You won't come wrap that wound job. You need to understand say anything they use for where a wound job they has to be sterile. Sterile means say it has to be devoid of all organism. It has to be pure and clean. So if you want to cover that wound, you must use clean dressing cloths, aka bandage. With bandage, you go need to make sure say even as you use that bandage, so you go need to keep the wound clean and keep it dry for at least 5 days. All right.
At this point in time, we're gonna buy a break. When we come back, we'll give you one more thing where you fit do for house, or two more, depending on how our mood day. Then we'll come take you to the next level on how to deal with some kind of complications when they happen from open wound job. Don't go anywhere. We is coming back.
Yep.
No go anywhere. Now your health will soon return. Now your health will return.
Welcome back. If you just join us, so you waka well. Why? Because now your health, we day here can't wait to give you all the pepperlicious gist where you need to make sure say your body day very, very can't wait. And you know, say the matter where we don't they gist you they come about now concerning how to take care of open wound job where you get for inside your house. We define waiting open wound job be, and we don't tell you some of the things where you got to do. Namely, making sure you wash with soap and water. Another one be say, make sure you use antibiotic cream. If you don't get antibiotic cream, please, you feel use honey. We even talk, say, before you even do all those ones, apply pressure. If not small wound, the blood go stop. But if not be small wound, you got to know, say, you got to move on to the next level. Now, if you want to come out on top of the matter, please, we're on a Facebook, on a Instagram, we're on a Twitter. Just tweet us, we tweet back at you. Follow us, like us, anything you want to do to us. We are here for you at all times. This is still Now Your Health. And right about now, the next thing we want to talk on top of the matter, it concerns the thing where they happen. One of the major symptoms where they follow any open wound. And waiting that one be, I'm sure you can guess, that na pain. person wey get open wound must definitely get pain unless your nerves no dey work. But if your body dey work the way e suppose work, then pain na one of the things wey go follow this open wound. Wetin you go do? The one wey I go tell you now be say make you make sure say you avoid anything wey that they call aspirin. You know why? Because when you take aspirin in the name of, hey, the thing they pain me, I want the pain to stop. Any aspirin where you drink, you know what that thing go do to you? It go make the bleeding. Where you they bleed, where if peradventure you don't apply pressure there, the thing can't stop. It go make that bleeding to just continue. You can't the one that say, I don't apply, the thing no stop. Why no they stop? You know gonna say that that's medicine where you drink. So please, before you carry any pain reliever whatsoever, put for mouth, make sure say not be aspirin. You get other pain relievers where you fit use to stop the pain and stop swelling.
Exactly. Now you don't hear from Dr. Dora. Now we don't say even for open wound or open wound, then a wound already, close. They open just like that to the environment. One of the major gbege we enter if we know they careful. If we know they careful, now say that wound he gets infection. That's why they're very important to call your doctor. Did they hear and so? Call your doctor. If you don't see that your wound, you don't show some kind of different sign. Some of them feel they do pause. Some of them feel they, I don't know, but Dr. Dora, I think now you know this field.
I better not remind me, and the part of things we know they even like when we didn't go inside hospital. Different things they happen, and this one's now complications of when person gets wound. If it's even, you don't even see where people don't even know say they get diabetes. Can't get open wound. The next thing, they heal. After some time, the infection don't enter, eat into the place. Yes. So they got to amputate. Either cut out the hand or cut out the leg. It get major complications if it happen. Now, I want to take you back small. In case you get one thing where I just remember, where some people go tell you, say, apply hot water. You don't hear where person get wound. That they advise them, say, put hot water on the wound. Put cloth, put hot water. Not try them. Not even try them. Not try them at all. Because now so our village people, they do them. They go say, say the heat will kill any bacteria. No. Now the opposite. Please. Make sure that you apply cold compress on top the place, especially if you don't swell. Not be hot water, I better drag your neighbor here for me in case the person they follow you look. Not be hot water. Put cold water. They call them cold compress. So carry ice, wrap them with a towel, press them on top, put them on top the place. That one will help the swelling to go down. Not be hot water, because if you put hot water, the big way that hot water go cost for there, not be here. Now, on top of this open wound things, if you don't do all the things where we don't talk and you see, say, the thing, they respond the way they respond, I won't give you some of the signs where you go see. Where you go no say, no, this is a case of calling your doctor. First of all, if the wound now for your face, it happen, anyhow where that wound be, as long as now open wound for your face. And remember what we define as open wound. Wound will be like, say, you just see, say, the skin break, open. Not be bruised, open. Please see your doctor. Then if the cut is deep as 1/4 inch or more, that's why they look me now, please. You can carry a tape measure in case. If you don't get tape measure, you can get ruler. Find 1/4. If you know go school, you know sabi waiting 1/4 be. Call your neighbor where you go school. He go describe to you waiting 1/4 be. Or you see your fat muscle, you see say the thing open. They see white,
inside.
With the blood inside. It's very, very dangerous.
But this one just bring me, well, we get some people where when they bring the come to you, go see say the wound goes so deep, so you almost see their bone.
Their bone.
You see their bone. Then that one, you don't say this one, not be mine.
It needs stitches. It got to sew them. So it's very, very important. Don't try to manage them. Some people go carry bitter leaf. They took them inside wound, say it will heal. You never see the kind of things that some people they do. And those kind of people, they will carry on like that. Come hospital. When the bitter leaf go down decay, infection go down, now that they'll carry and come say, they'll come, they tell you, when you ask them what happened, they say, now yesterday, they can lie. Instead, please come to hospital immediately the thing happen. Very, very important, my sister.
All right, another one we say, if the wound now from animal or human bite, even if it's a human being, you don't know the kind of diseases the human beings is carrying. Human beings can have rabies, so you will not know.
Yes,
it's when they start to do you will know it is a rabies thing. If na animal are big, even if na small scratch, because you know say now from that scratch infection they take enter, you need to do waiting. You need to go see your doctor. Or if you don't get the wound job, maybe the place don't swell up. If they bring out some kind of mock, and all this one they make them, you know they feel anything. If you touch that place, no feeling. You touch around, nothing. my sister, it is almost a complicated case. Please and please, you need to go and see your doctor because that wound job, we don't turn numb, according to Yibo, it's not a minor thing anymore.
So my own emphasis be say, please don't carry it on your head and say because we advise you. I say Dr. Adora and Luchi talk now for your health show.
Really?
Say when the thing just happen like this, just wash it with soap and water. When you finish washing it with soap and water, you now come and apply pressure. When you apply pressure, you now come and if you have antibiotic cream, you rub it. If you don't have, you put honey. Say now so then talk more. They ever talk say put cold compress. If you do all this once, the thing no work. Please, we are advising you. We are advising you, go to the hospital. No go chemist, though. You know, say chemist different from pharmacy.
Yes.
Different from hospital.
Yes. So
if for your area, you know what they talk about. The person a chemist. This one a medical doctor. We don't go sell you one medicine, we go treat 100 things. Please do not go there. Go to a proper, because every area supposed get primary healthcare center. We know they far from you. At least you go get one nurse or one doctor where they there if it attend to you. So it they very, very important. Say you take this thing seriously. Yes, yeah. And especially if you they bleed plenty bleeding. Some people go just tie something. Say may we just tie make the blood so that the blood no go to come out. If you they do that one, you see say the bleed because you get the amount of blood where you go lose. The next thing na bio. Yeah. So not just stay there, they form Odeshi. Make sure you carry yourself and go to the hospital. That's exactly what we're saying.
So whether you get minor or na more serious open wound, it is important to say you take quick action. Now what they call first aid. Because this first aid, if it protects, if it save your life if you are very careful. If you say no, wait till be first aid, that's small thing. That small thing has been saving lives since 1940. So some open wounds will not say if you treat them for house. But not be all of them they treat for house. So that's why they put this disclaimer now. Not be every open wound that they treat for house. If you see something like on the surface level, of course you know say that one is manageable. As Dr. Dora talks, say the blood is coming out excessively. So even with the pressure, it is still four. Baby, bubble, my guy, my G. Always. You need to go to the hospital.
Yes, so, and with these few points of ours, which we shall try to recap now, in case you just waka, you just join us. We hope that you have been convinced and not confused. What will be the number one?
Number one is to clean that wound.
Yes, let us clean it with soap and water. Make sure, say, you put them under running water. Why? Because it will help you to wash away all the jagbajantis, nyama debris, and infectious agents which just surround that place. What will be the number two?
Number two, you make sure, say, you apply pressure.
Exactly. If you apply pressure. In case, so that if na small wound, if na small open wound, if not too deep, pressure will stop. The bleeding will stop. But if you don't stop, you know what to do because now waiting we don't the toxins. Waka go hospital. Waiting be the number three.
Number three now to use antibiotic cream.
Okay, you sabi book. You are go to the school very well. Now use antibiotic cream or you fit use honey. Yes, because that's honey where they your house where you don't keep for one corner since maybe you dey form fit farm. You don't they put them inside your, inside your meat, oatmeal and the rest of them. Your hair. After some time, say beg, please, sugar is the way. You move and go. Please carry that honey and be using it in case you see that kind of thing. Now, in spite of all these things, if you see, say the bleeding still continue or the bege no stop. And remember, say we tell you, say no put hot water. Say now cold compress. Yes. So with these few points of us, we shall come and say goodbye. It's time to say goodbye. We will see you next time on Top the Show with Better Badman Gist.
To enjoy more of these our Ogbonge videos when you just watch, press this button to subscribe on top of our YouTube page. You go love her.